Exploring relative pronouns in non-defining relative clauses. Hello, English learners. Welcome back to another exciting episode of our English grammar journey. Today, we'll be diving deep into a fascinating aspect of the English language, non-defining relative clauses. More specifically, we will focus on relative pronouns used in non-defining relative clauses. Let's get started. Before we delve into relative pronouns, it's crucial to understand what we mean by non-defining relative clauses. These are types of clauses that provide additional information about the noun they modify. The key point here is that the information they offer isn't essential for understanding this sentence. It merely adds extra color or detail. A sentence would still make sense without this clause. The non-defining relative clause is separated by commas in the sentence, showing that it can be removed without affecting the sentence's main meaning. For example, my sister, who lives in California, is a doctor. The non-defining clause here is, who lives in California? It's adding detail but isn't vital to understanding that my sister is a doctor. Relative pronouns are essential tools in creating relative clauses. They connect the clause to the noun or pronoun it modifies. The most common relative pronouns are who, whom, whose, which, and that. In non-defining relative clauses, we usually use who for people, which for things, and whose to show possession. Notice that we avoid using that in non-defining relative clauses. Let's see how to use these relative pronouns in our non-defining relative clauses. 1. Who. This relative pronoun is used for people. For example, Mr. Johnson, who is my neighbor, has a lovely garden. 2. Which. This relative pronoun is used for things. For example, the painting, which I bought last year, is quite valuable. 3. Whose. This relative pronoun shows possession. For example, my friend, whose dog won the competition, is very proud. Remember, in each of these examples, the relative clause is providing extra, non-essential information about the noun. And there you have it, a quick exploration of relative pronouns in non-defining relative clauses. We've covered a lot today, from understanding non-defining relative clauses to using different relative pronouns. Remember, practice is key, so don't hesitate to write out your own sentences using what we've learned. Stay tuned for our next English language adventure, and until then, keep practicing and happy learning.